Did you know that 95% of our purchasing decisions happen in the subconscious mind? That's right. Most of us think we're making logical choices, but our brains are wired to respond to emotional and psychological triggers. In fact, studies show that emotionally driven ads can lead to a 23% increase in sales compared to purely rational messages. Marketing isn't just about catchy slogans or beautiful designs, it's about understanding how people think and feel. When brands tap into psychological principles, they can influence behavior in powerful ways. Think about it: when you see a product with glowing reviews or an ad that makes you laugh or feel nostalgic, you're more likely to act. In this video, we'll explore how great marketing relies on psychology more than creativity. We'll uncover strategies like the power of emotional triggers, the science of social proof, and the secrets behind cognitive biases. You'll learn how to create marketing that resonates deeply with your audience and drives results. Get ready to discover the hidden forces that shape consumer choices and why understanding them can make all the difference in your marketing success. Chapter 1: The Science Behind Persuasion, Why We Buy, Cracking the Code of Consumer Behavior. Great marketing doesn't just rely on creative visuals or catchy slogans. It taps into how our brains are wired. One of the key principles behind this is Cialdini's 6 principles of influence: reciprocity, commitment, social proof, authority, liking, and scarcity. These principles are grounded in human psychology and help explain why we make the choices we do. Take reciprocity, for instance. When a company gives something small, like a free sample, we feel obligated to give back. This isn't just a guess. Studies show that customers who receive a free gift are 35% more likely to buy. It's a simple trick that works because our brains are conditioned to reciprocate favors. Another powerful concept is scarcity. The fear of missing out, or FOMO, drives action. Think about limited time offers or only 3 left in stock messages. It's not creativity that makes these work, it's psychology. Scarcity taps into our primal fear of losing something valuable. Research shows that scarcity boosts sales by up to 20% because people don't want to miss out. Then there's authority, where people tend to follow the lead of experts. This is why influencer marketing has exploded in recent years. A Nielsen report found that 92% of consumers trust influencers over traditional ads. Why? We see influencers as relatable authorities in their niche. The bottom line is, persuasive marketing is about understanding these deep-rooted psychological triggers. Creativity is important, but understanding how people think is what turns a message into action. Chapter 2: Emotional Triggers, the True Marketing Magic, From Logic to Emotion, How Feelings Shape Buying Choices. Humans like to think we make decisions rationally, but that's not always true. In fact, Harvard professor Gerald Zaltman says 95% of purchasing decisions are made subconsciously. That means emotional marketing is far more powerful than you might think. When we feel something deeply, we're more likely to act. For instance, the feeling of fear is often used in insurance or healthcare ads to drive urgency. These ads tap into our concern for safety and security. But on the flip side, brands like Coca-Cola rely on joy and nostalgia. Their ads don't just sell soda, they sell happiness. One interesting study by Nielsen Consumer Neuroscience found that ads with purely emotional content performed almost twice as well as those with only rational content. The emotion of trust is another big one. Think about brands like Apple or Amazon. Consumers are willing to pay more for their products because they trust the brand will deliver quality. Storytelling is another emotional tool. Stories trigger empathy and make consumers feel connected to a brand. According to Harvard Business Review, stories are remembered up to 22 times more than facts alone. By building an emotional connection, brands create lasting bonds with their customers. In marketing, it's not about convincing people with logic. It's about making them feel something. Emotions drive action, and psychology is at the heart of it. Chapter 3: The Hidden Power of Social Proof, Why Everyone Follows the Crowd, and How You Can Use It. Humans are social creatures, and we love following the crowd. This is where the principle of social proof comes into play. When people see others buying, using, or endorsing a product, they feel more confident doing the same. This isn't just a trend, it's basic psychology. Social proof works in many ways. User-generated content is a great example. When customers post photos or reviews of products, it creates a ripple effect. Studies show that 93% of consumers trust online reviews just as much as personal recommendations. That's huge. Take FOMO again. We see this in action with exclusive memberships or events. For example, brands like Supreme use limited edition releases to fuel desire. When people see others flocking to buy something scarce, they want in. This taps into herd mentality, where we tend to mimic others' actions in uncertain situations. Another form of social proof is testimonials. Hearing positive feedback from real users makes people trust the brand more. This is why Amazon reviews are so powerful. It's hard to resist a product with thousands of 5-star reviews. But perhaps the most interesting fact is how much peer pressure affects us. According to McKinsey, word of mouth drives 50% of purchasing decisions. We are twice as likely to trust a product recommended by a friend than an advertisement. This means that cultivating a community around your brand can be far more effective than any expensive marketing campaign. The key takeaway? People trust other people. Leveraging social proof isn't about being creative, it's about using psychological triggers to build trust and drive action. If you find these insights helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated on the latest strategies to elevate your marketing game. Chapter 4: Cognitive Biases, Your Secret Weapon, the mental shortcuts that make or break your campaigns. Cognitive biases are like shortcuts our brains take to make decisions faster. These biases can significantly influence how we respond to marketing messages. Understanding these can turn a good marketing strategy into a great one. One common bias is the anchoring effect. This happens when we rely too heavily on the first piece of information we see. For example, if a shirt is marked down from $100 to $50, we think we're getting a great deal. Research shows that simply changing the original price can shift consumer perception. If the anchor price is higher, the discount feels even better. Another effective strategy is using the decoy effect. This is when you add a third option to influence choices. Imagine two subscriptions, one for $10 and another for $15. If you add a third option at $14.50 that offers less value, more people will choose the $15 option. This is because the decoy makes the $15 option seem like a better deal. It's a clever way to guide choices without consumers realizing it. Confirmation bias is another powerful tool. People naturally seek information that confirms what they already believe. Marketers can use this by tailoring messages that align with existing beliefs or values. When a brand connects with a customer's personal views, it can build a strong bond. Additionally, the bandwagon effect shows that people are more likely to adopt a behavior if they see others doing it. This is why influencer endorsements are so popular. When consumers see their favorite celebrity using a product, they want it too. Research by Deloitte shows that 54% of millennials are influenced by online reviews and social media when making purchases. This highlights how biases shape decision-making. By understanding these cognitive shortcuts, marketers can create campaigns that resonate deeply. The bottom line is that cognitive biases are not just quirks of human nature, they are powerful tools that can help marketers steer consumer choices effectively. By leveraging these insights, brands can make their marketing messages hit home. Chapter 5: The Power of Simplicity in a Complex World, How Less Creativity Can Lead to More Sales. In a world overflowing with information, simplicity stands out. People often find complex messages overwhelming. This is where the principle of cognitive ease comes in. The easier something is to understand, the more likely people are to trust it. A famous example is the Google homepage. Its simple design and clear search bar make it user-friendly. This approach has contributed to Google's dominance as the leading search engine. The easier you make it for customers to understand your message, the more likely they will engage with it. Research from the Stanford Persuasive Technology Lab found that users are 70% more likely to engage with a website that is simple and straightforward. This shows how simplicity can boost interaction and trust. Another key point is that too much creativity can confuse rather than impress. Ads packed with flashy graphics and complicated ideas can turn people off. A study published in the journal Psychology and Marketing found that straightforward ads are remembered better than complex ones. Consider the classic ad from Volkswagen, "Think small." The message was simple but powerful. It resonated with consumers because it was clear and relatable. Furthermore, the less is more philosophy can also be applied to product offerings. Brands like Apple focus on a few key products instead of overwhelming consumers with choices. This strategy creates clarity and makes the buying process easier. In marketing, simplicity is more than just a design choice. It's a strategy that taps into how our brains work. By stripping away the noise, brands can create messages that resonate deeply and drive action. If you found these insights valuable, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you'll stay informed about the latest tips and strategies to elevate your marketing efforts.